That's something I thought I would never say. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing that I would do or say a little while ago that would be like, man, I want her here. Now, granted, I do still feel like that. I wish she was here so we can do things together and I can do stuff for her and everything. But it's just like, she had to leave me. She had to leave this earth in order for me to get to this point and to do things like this. That's kind of weird. I think about it all the time. It had to happen this way, right? When you take a step back and really, just look at it for what it is, it's very, very humbling experience. It's very humbling, very lonely, very quiet. My mother used to always tell me something and she was like, it's just me and you. You know what I mean? She meant that. She would tell me that all the time, man, and I couldn't understand it. You know what I mean? I didn't know what she meant by that because now I see it now. Like it really was just me and her. I barely talk to my family anymore. I stopped playing baseball. Nobody cared. Nobody, that's all people cared about when it came to me. Nobody cared about other stuff that I'm doing. And I just, a lot of people are just not in my life no more. You know what I mean? She used to tell me too, man. She used to tell me. And I loved, I love people so much that I was just like, man, what is she talking about? Why is she saying that, man? And I see it, and I just see it so clearly now. And I'm glad, I'm just glad she's still able to, you know, walk me through this journey and lecture me without even knowing, right? Her wisdom constantly still dropping on me to this day. I'm gonna tell you what this shit feel like. Losing a parent, bro, like losing my mother. This shit feels like your soul just left, man. Like literally, bro, it feels like your soul just left. And now you just getting this brand new you getting this brand new spirit and you don't know what to do with it. That's what it feel like. And I hate that sometimes I hate it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I hate that shit because it's only been 4 years, man, and I'm still trying to figure out I'm still trying to figure out who I am again. That's the real, and it hurts because a lot of people really left my side. I'm gonna be honest with you. Couldn't deal with it, couldn't hang, couldn't accept this part of me. That hurts. That shit hurt, bro. That shit hurt like a motherfucker for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit hurt. That this was a deal breaker for people. Me losing my mother and being sad about that shit, being fucked up, being hurt about it. That's where people drew the line with, at. That's where people drew the line at with me. This too much for them to handle. Crazy, man. Crazy. Again, I'm glad it happened though. I'm glad it happened because it showed me how strong I am with this shit, bro. Like a lot of people couldn't walk in my shoes, man. A lot of people could not walk in my shoes when it could nobody deal with this, bro. I know nobody can deal with this that I know. Damn, mama, I miss you so much. I miss you so much. See that? Like I can say that now without crying. Like that's strength right there. You feel me? That's strength. A lot of people didn't think I would even make it this far, after she passed away. You know what I mean? I'm still rolling. I'm still doing, great things. still pushing on, you know what I mean? A lot of people threw their judgment on me, man. A lot of people threw their judgment on me. Grief is terrible without a support system, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you don't have support, good luck. Some people make it out, some people don't. And it's so funny that, I talk about this and it's a lot of people out here who really go through it like me. It is a bittersweet feeling because it hurts you, but it also strengthens you for what's next in your life. You don't understand nothing that's happening, during the storm. Nothing makes sense, bro. Everything crumbles. Everything crumbles when you going through this shit. And you just looking like, what I mean? Like when is shit going when is the door gonna open? And you don't see it, but you start to see it slowly after a while, man, because when you grieving, that's not who you are when you grieving, dog. That shit is a lot of anger, a lot of sadness, man. And you start looking back and you start understanding and realizing at certain phases what you were literally doing. I ain't been doing shit these last few years for real. I graduated school, I was playing ball, I was been acting and all of that, but it felt like I ain't really been doing nothing. So as I'm trying to learn myself, who this new person is, it's very difficult, man. Like I'm in my late 20s now. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck am I doing trying to figure out who I am? And I've been on this earth for this long. That's a very confusing thing to deal with because again, it changes everything about your life, man.